Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Charleston, South Carolina. The last time World Championship Wrestling was scheduled here, we were blown away by Hurricane Hugo. Well, we're back, and so is South Carolina, and most of all, the beautiful city of Charleston. And now, live from the campus of the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina, it's the Clash of Champions 11, the Coastal Crush.
How did you love that, Jim? That little intro of, hey, last time we were booked here, you guys had a fucking disaster that like swept your whole town away, but you're back. We're back too. I was like, wow, Tony, that was a bit of a reach.
Yeah, this was a. I think it's the one where I wanted to start to ask to get paid.
Yeah, man.
This episode, watching this episode, because it's just. I feel like I'm in a time machine, and I've seen this before. I know, especially when we get to the Clash. I saw this ending before. I saw this happen to Jimmy Garvin before. Like, I know I did. Yeah. So it's so not much. But for this phase, the cycle, I think we both agree on our favorite thing in the cycle.
Ooh, favorite thing in this cycle. What's your?
I guess maybe favorite new addition. Let's just say that.
Favorite new addition? Oh my God, not even close. It's Stan Hansen, and let me tell you why it's Stan Hansen too. I had no idea. So I know you see, because again, cheap plug of the Threads fucking feed over here, Troubles Wrestling Pod. I put like the first two, I think, promos. I think I put the other one up too of Stan Hansen in WCW. It is literally a masterclass on how you fucking debut as a character, because he doesn't explain shit. What he does is show you, I'm a big Texan mean motherfucker. I'm grabbing JR. My favorite though, JR, you got a lot of fucking street cred from me. He did not flinch, and I went, that's a real Oklahoman motherfucker right there. Like, it's like, me and JR grew up like an hour away from each other, basically, and I like to say that I grew up in the fucking 50s because nothing evolves. So I pretty much grew up like JR did. Let me tell you, buddy, we've been in a lot of fights. So even if Stan Hansen did that to me, I would honestly do what he did, because I think in his head he was like, this is so fucking cool. Like, Stan Hansen's grabbing me. I would literally just be like, beat the shit out of me, Stan, whatever, Great. He's so great. The fucking chaw going down his chin.
A flashback to my first episode. I said one of my first wrestling memories is Stan Hansen beating Rick Martel for the AWA World Championship. I believe I saw it. I see it as a December 29th airing when I look for it. And Stan beats him. I remember it was Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. It was like kind of like right there. And Stan actually beat him, I think, with a Boston Crab. They made Rick Martel tap out for the title. And so Stan Hansen's just kind of part of that formative time frame for me. So to see him just appear back, and it's Hansen coming in, and then we're also getting Big Van Vader videos, and you're just like, we're about to get a Japanese style invasion. I hope.
Yeah.
But Stan just has tobacco juice running down his chin, and all. It's so wonderful. I'm not even gonna say like Dick Murdoch is Kirkland's signature Stan Hansen. He's like below that even, because Stan Hansen's just, whenever you think you want to bring in Dick Murdoch, Dick Slater, whoever, just bring in Stan Hansen. It's so much better.
Yeah. It's funny too, because I was having this conversation on some social media yesterday where there's a thing going on called the Greatest Wrestler Ever Project, and it happened in 2016. It's happening now in 2026. I didn't take it too serious 10 years ago, but now I really am. And a lot of that's because footage is very readily available now. Thank fucking God. And one of the guys that really benefited from that is Stan Hansen. I was talking about Terry Funk, and I was talking about Jon Moxley and where he would place in a top 100 greatest wrestler ever project. And yeah, I was very blunt. I said, I think he is on the list for me, but I think he's low. Again, I've watched a lot of wrestling. I also am very weary of putting current people on a list like that very high, because to me, it's like the story's not over. Because, I mean, let's be real. Look what the Hogan story ended up being. Look at what a lot of these other stories being. Let's be real. If Buzz Sawyer died any other way and wasn't the biggest piece of shit of all time, we probably would have Buzz Sawyer in a conversation. He was very great for a very short amount of time. And I said, the thing that I struggle with Moxley is sometimes I do feel like he's almost like a postmodern Funk clone. And I don't think it's a bad thing. But I think when you're talking about the compendium of wrestling, a lot of people do fall into that, right? They get really like, I mean, Eddie Kingston will probably tell you that he's a Terry Funk clone, right? I don't think he is. I think he's evolved to that point.
I saw Eddie Kingston post something this morning. Like, Terry Funk's the greatest wrestler of all time. I mean, he's studying at the Book of Funk.
Absolutely, and I think everyone should, in my opinion. I think, Terry Funk's one of those guys, the more you watch a Terry Funk, the more into him you'll be. But what I'm getting at is, same with Stan. It's because they're of that era where you couldn't be a clone of somebody. You had to be an authentic, it's not even a character. You had to be a person. You had to really draw into yourself. And motherfucking Stan Hansen's shoot from Borger, Texas. He's a motherfucking redneck, brother. So he's got that cowbell, and he's whooping some ass. And, man, yeah, this has been the canary in the coal mine. Because from the fucking JYD, oh, God, unfortunately, got to talk a lot about 1990 JYD in this episode. There's fucking Stan there. There's Orndorff there. A little bit of a caveat on Orndorff, unfortunately, but we'll get to that, too. Doug Furnace.
Okay, I want to give you my one other as a mid-'80s wrestling fan, Barry Horowitz popping up on my screen.
Yes.
Fucking loved it.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Barry Horowitz just showing up and jobbing out in WCW now. So that was like my other little thing. I was like, ooh, Stan? And I was like, Barry Horowitz. Like, is Barry O going to show up? Is Iron Mike Sharp going to show up? I'm so excited for the possibilities now.
Yeah. Well, the Stan thing, that's interesting, because when I got into wrestling, my guy was Vader. And so I feel like Stan's probably similar in the way you look at it as this mythical, like, who the fuck can beat this guy? And then, of course, the whole thing with Stan was he just left town. I don't think he ever lost that belt even. I think the story is he ran it over with his truck and sent it to Vern. I'm not kidding. I think that's why they had to change the belt design. And he really was in Japan for all these years. So I like that they did that too. His angle coming into WCW is, I've been blacklisted from America. And I'm like, dude, it's the reverse. It's like today it would be the most MAGA shit they'd try, right? Stan's OG though. And he would have been like, fuck you. But all that doesn't matter. We got some news from the Power Hour here. 5:25.
Big news for us. Louisville Slugger, Teddy, and Mean Mark. And Mean Mark is getting sold to Paul E.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, because at least Paul E has something to do now.
And I said too, as I was watching these Mean Mark matches, I was like, Paul E and Mean Mark could have been something had Mean Mark had less plans for the future. You know what I mean? I think it's definitely a reality that he would have at least been in that sort of area where like Stunning Steve was, right? Like he would have been a solid upper mid guy at the very least. I don't know if someone sees what he could be, and obviously he wouldn't be Taker, so I don't know if his trajectory would be anywhere near the same. But it was fun, man. Paulie on the outside, just like, you kill him. Hit him with that hard punch. And I'm just like, this is good shit. It's like almost like Sal Goodman, as a fucking manager of a killer. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that. I also like how Teddy was just like, it's a done deal, baby. Like, get the fuck out of the ring if you don't like this.
It's fun selling people.
Well, yeah, we've heard that.
Yeah. Teddy's crazy. In 525 Power Hour, we get Bam Bam versus Flying Brian, which sounds like it'll be great. But it just ends with Bam Bam catching Flying Brian and throwing him over the ropes for a DQ.
Oh, God, there were so many shit finishes. But that should have been awesome.
Yeah, like I said, it's just still cool. Like Flying Brian versus Bam Bam, I'll do it. On the 26th episode of Saturday night. Okay. So they tell us there's going to be a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then Mr. Wrestling 2 comes up. But he's not the surprise. And I'm like, 2, then Paul Orndorff comes out, and he's not the surprise. There's one more surprise, and I'm like, who the hell is the surprise? It better be a fucking good surprise because they're really hyping up this damn surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Tony is bedside with a shirtless Lex, interviewing Lex, so seeing how things are going. So that's good. Mr. Wrestling 2 with JR and Corny. I don't get Mr. Wrestling 2's purpose here at all.
Me either, honestly. Me either.
Then Rocky King appears, and he knows a secret too. So this secret is apparently known by 87 people backstage. So Rocky King, who we've never met before, he's out here. He's very excited.
Yeah.
Okay. If Rocky King gets more mic time than Cactus Jack, maybe even Lex Luger. I'm not even sure. He might get more mic time than Lex Luger this cycle. There's a Doug Furnace match, and like I said, he has a really nice snap on his belly to belly.
He's great, man.
Yeah. And then there's JR and Flair with an interview.
Yeah.
And Flair calls JYD everyone's black hero.
Oh.
And he's looking to be the first black heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
It's interesting because this is actually, I had to look it up. This is pre-Art Shell. Art Shell was the first black NFL head coach.
Yeah.
And I even remember a comedian back then saying, like, the cool thing about being black is you can always be the first time doing something as a black person. The black guy to buy asparagus. You know, they're kind of a joke. And so they're looking at JYD. He could potentially be the first black world champion. And then they also start emphasizing that Doom is the first black tag team champion. So, like, they really got this in their head about, like, this quality thing. You know, blacks are kind of rising kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
During the Road Warriors and Ned Rick Fargo match, I think it's Jim Cornette who says, it would be humiliating to lose to the first black champion.
Oh, yeah, this was not a good era for racial comments.
Yes, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed in front of your family and your clan if you lose to the first black champion.
I do have some Rocky King info real quick.
Hit me with Rocky King. I'm so interested in this man.
Kind of heartwarming, actually. Rocky King's one of the good stories. So, started his career in '84 with Crockett. So, a lot of what happened was he was a jobber in the Crockett territory for a few years. Oddly enough, almost predominantly for the Horsemen for a little stretch. So they liked him. So maybe that's why he was brought in to sort of help facilitate JYD, since JYD is the drizzling shits at this point. Sorry. So this is what he was most known for, actually. And we will get to it next year, because at the end of '90, a little spoiler on our journey here, he will actually help the Freebirds beat someone at Starrcade, and he is repackaged as Little Richard Marley and becomes their manager for a stretch until, I want to say, the next summer. He ends up retiring. He does his own he becomes a referee at one point in late WCW, or late 90s WCW. Gets out of that, ran a little indie on the East Coast that was family friendly, and unfortunately passed away in 2022 of health issues. So not a problem, not a problematic person at all.
Nice.
By all accounts, good dude. So you know what? I'm fucking good for old fucking Rocky, man. I'm glad he got that spot.
Our unproblematic Rocky King.
Yes, see, he's a good one, folks. So you go check out Rocky King losing to everybody later. How about fucking Barry Windham's short ass boots in his debut? It drove me insane. He never wore them again. I know this seems like it's not important. It's very important to me.
You know what? I have to admit, I probably didn't notice his boots because I was focused on his hair.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I can't stop. Like, everybody's hair during this period is so bad. It's like watching Love Island UK.
Yeah.
The hairstyles, you're like, what time machine did you take? What year did you travel to where that was a cool hairstyle?
Is the worst aspects of the early 90s coming back. Like, we could bring acid wash back. I'd be cool with that. Bring back black jeans. you know, that might work. But why the
Some
hair?
Zubas.
Yeah, Zubas for sure. Hammer pants. I had some of those as a kid. I was a huge Hammer guy. Why the hair though? The hair never. Let's be real. Even back then, I think, you know, and I was a little kid and I knew. I was like, this mullet sucks, man. I hate this. My mom has stupid poodle hair. What are we doing? You know, I don't think it's not a good look, man. The ponytail shit too, that sucks. I hate ponytails. I'll never put my hair in one. My wife's always like, come here, I'll put it. Fuck off. You know what I mean? I love you. Fuck off. I don't want you to put a ponytail in my hair.
I don't ponytail. I was man bunning it when my hair was longer.
There we go. See, a man bun's a little better.
6-2 Saturday night.
Yes.
My boy Barry Horowitz shows up.
Yeah.
We get our first Big Van Vader video. I liked it the first time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same video each time. I do like that it's mysterious. You don't actually see what he looks like under the metallic head covering.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, you know, they're getting us pumped up for him to visit. Let's see what else in that episode. Anything good? Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
Jim Ross and all these Oklahoma athletes.
Oh,
are you aware that Doug Furness is from the same hometown as Mickey Mantle?
I actually did, and everyone's got to always remember, I'm from where old JR is from. So, yes, Doug Furness was one of the huge athletes from that time that I heard about later, obviously. He went to Tennessee, though, for college. You notice how JR didn't mention that one. And if he did, he was not happy about it.
JR is such a ball gobbler for anybody from Oklahoma. He's like, oh, I was a referee for these boys' middle school games. I'm like, Jesus Christ, JR, are you just bringing everybody you fucking know? Like, it's just, it's hysterical.
Yeah, he's from Commerce, Oklahoma.
Yeah, and I only know that because JR mentions it every fucking Doug Furness match.
Yeah.
Mr. Wrestling 2 is 56 years old, just for the record. And we get Legion of Doom versus Arn and Barry in this episode. Sid is still rocking a tux.
He had to have lost his luggage.
Sid only has had a tux for about a month now. And this is a common refrain for match finishes here, especially with Horsemen. It's a DQ. I think Sid goes in there and interferes.
Yeah.
And then the referees kind of let it go on. They're like, I don't know if we're going to call this a DQ or not. And then like after like 10 seconds more, like Ole will come in and start jumping them. And then they're like, okay, well now it's a DQ. It's just such a weird. They kind of just keep letting like, oh, maybe they'll fight their way. Maybe the Road Warriors can fight their way out of this. Let's see. No, we're going to call it DQ on this one.
Actually, DQ.
It's just fucking wild, man. 6'8" Power Hour has I don't think it's the same Road Warrior Arn Barry match.
Who the fuck?
But Sid interferes again. Maybe it is. I don't know. Woman's been suspended.
Who now?
Woman has been suspended, and Ole is being investigated. Gordon lets us know this.
So this is when Woman has been pushed out. Like, for real, she's gone. I don't know what's going on with Sullivan. It's all to do with Sullivan. I think because he was on the committee and Ole's here, there's always that weird shit where even when it's not like real heat, the booker's got.
And he wasn't here. He wasn't here at all this cycle, right, Kevin?
He's fucked off.
Yeah.
He might. You know what? I think he's gone. When I think about it, because I think not too long after this, he starts doing Smoky Mountain, which is only like a year after this. He's doing like early FMW tours, so I think he's gone because this is. Yeah, that lines up because he starts kind of mentoring Taz in the early 90s, like 91, 92. They're starting to do FMW tours and stuff, and he's helping him out. And then he, of course, ends up in ECW. He might have done some tri-state shit with Joel Goodhart, too. I bet he did. So, yeah, I think they're out. So, fucking great. The MVP, the canary in the coal mine of the other months for us, Kevin Sullivan and the Slaughterhouse thing, which was awesome. I mean, dude, how great Bam Bam Cactus and him would have been together. Fuck. Just stupid WCW bullshit, man. Like, come on, Ole, really? But yeah, it was probably the same match.
Oh, and just so you know, nobody was calling them the fucking superhero.
No.
I just want to state this for the record. They say the fans have started calling him the superhero. No, that's the stupidest name. Nobody called him a fucking superhero. Jesus Christ. Don't give me the shitty branding and try to tell me it's a thing. Superheroes don't lose this much.
No, they don't lose, and they're not JYD. All right. How about Cactus and Dutch against Rock and Rolls? That was a thing that happened.
Got me. I was like, oh, okay. And then, yes, this Cactus is kind of, doing a bit of a job to get across America tour.
Yeah. Poor Cactus, man. He got momentum, and then, of course, the guy that brought him in was Kevin Sullivan, so he's in the doghouse for no reason. I will say this, the most racist thing said in this watch, though, was on the 6ix9ine show, and it was Arn saying, "We don't associate with your kind, let alone talk to them." And man, even Sid from West Memphis, fucking Arkansas, you see him kind of like, oh boy, like his face changes. Barry's kind of like, let me get out of the shot here. I would love to believe Arn really wasn't thrilled to say it. Ole didn't look too upset over on the other side. And then it's great because Flair just goes, yeah, so anyway, the angle, because he's not touching it with a fucking 10-foot pole. Yeah, that was tough to get through because I'm just like, everyone always wants to use the excuse it was a different time. But man, 1990 really was not that long ago for us to be saying shit like this on national fucking TV, man. Like, oh boy. Beautiful little snapshot of what our problems continue to be. But anyway,
yeah,
I had to put that out there, man, because that fucking shocked me. I was like, oh, hold on. Let me rewind that real quick. Is that literally what he just fucking said? Amazing.
There's so much wrong with the words being said on these shows.
But good news. Tommy Rich is here to save the vibe. He let us know he is also a dude with attitude. Okay. Let's do it. All right.
Is he also a superhero?
I guess so, but de facto, because they have two names. I've never seen a stable have two names and also not be a stable. They're the superheroes and they're the dudes with attitudes. Which
the dudes with attitudes were originally just Lex and Sting like a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong? Okay.
Well,
and now we're just adding on more dudes with attitudes.
Well, Lex would be there, but his leg's rotting off. So we're just going to put a pin in that for a minute. Also, there is a 4 Horsemen promo, and I'm just going to say, I think they weren't done with the white stuff in 90 because Barry says, I'm a professional. I get paid for this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, what stuff, Barry? Are we talking still about wrestling or what was, I mean, we know your dad and your brother's sitch. Interesting.
Barry has a lot going on in his life right now. I'm not going to question Barry on anything he says. His family, his whole family is going to the pokey. The man's got some questions in his mind.
He's just the movie Sideways. You know what I mean? He's just, every character in that movie is Barry in that moment, I think. So that leads us to the big one, the granddaddy of them all, Clash of the Champions 11, Coastal Crush. And we're told immediately, hey, you guys got swept off the map, but you're back. Your house might not be, but we're here. Thanks, Tony. We're so excited in Charleston, South Carolina. And we got a really good fucking opener, man.
Wait, I do have such an important question.
Yeah.
How long does it take to grow a mustache?
For Tony
Why
Schiavone?
is my sweet boy still hairless on his upper lip? I imagine Tony Schiavone could grow back in a week, and he's still sitting here hairless. And I don't feel good about this.
He's Italian. He's got to be able to grow hair pretty quick. So I think he thought that was his new thing. And thank God for Lois, his wife, because I think it had to be somewhere soon. No, he's like clean shaven for a while, actually. I thought about that. It's years.
No.
It's awful.
No.
I know.
No. I don't like it.
Lois finally was like, "Get that mustache back on, motherfucker. Come on. What are we doing here? I married you with a mustache," I think is what she finally told him when he went, "Oh, fuck, all right."
Seriously, I only love you for your facial hair.
Yeah, let's be real. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He needs to quit fucking shaving. Also, how in the doghouse can you be literally and figuratively, by the way? Tony's going to do our intros from the Eagle's nest and then he can fuck off. It's like, holy shit. He'll do promos with guys sometimes. Gordon's gone. It's like, poor Gordon, man. He did all that way. He didn't have to go so hard in that RoboCop video last time, right?
I mean, Gordon achieved his peak journalism with his RoboCop work. I mean, where do you go from that? What, you get interview Barry Windham next week after RoboCop? Come on, he's done. He doesn't need to do anymore. That's his peak.
I'm here with Barry Windham again. Yeah, so
I'm interviewing the Joker. Hey, Joker, you got some plans for Gotham City? I understand.
Yeah, pretty.
Listening to last week's pod, I'm not an impression person, but I really feel like I kind of did a kind of decent Gordon Soul.
You did a really good Gordon. You did. We got
we get the back. Oh my God, yes, Bob. Bob brings the fire. Bob makes Gordon look spicy.
Yeah, and that is hard to do.
We get the Proud Boys versus the Freebirds. I did like the Freebirds music video. It has good production value.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that. I still don't say they're the number one band in the world. I don't think they're doing tours in Europe yesterday. But the video looked legit. It looked like what I saw on MTV at that time.
Without a doubt.
So I'm proud of them.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think they had a chance to, like, it's always the WCW thing. If they would have just went with this stuff, you think about all their resources. They had a great video. They just didn't put it anywhere. There was never anything they did with anything WCW. I thought this match was really good because, I mean, as fucking snake bit in hindsight, the Southern Boys were. I mean, good Lord. They were great workers, man. Like Steve Armstrong does not get enough credit for as fucking athletic as he was. And he was great. And I mean, Tracy Smothers, Jesus Christ. He's one of the very best of his era. Like, he's so good.
I really liked his leaping elbow.
He's great with
he kind of like that leaping, like spinning elbow kind of thing. It was really cool.
I think that ends up being his finisher in Smoky Mountain even. Like, great. And I mean, the Freebirds, Jesus, they can make any baby faces look great. They really are unsung heroes, not super, but they're heroes of this fucking era of shit. It's like, oh fuck, who are our fucking, our beacons of light here? It's like Freebirds, Arn in the ring and the mic, Tommy Rich, of course, Bam Bam. There's like 5 acts right now, and they're one of them. So great. And the boys get the big win. They get the upset. I was like, wow.
But this was the same exact finish as like Steiner's versus Freebirds. I remember Jimmy Garvin trying to pin somebody and somebody jumping off top rope, hitting him, and then they pinned. And I'm like, this is the same exact finish we had like 2 pay-per-views ago or something.
Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of creative shit going on in the background.
You could have had Michael doing the pin and getting hit. I mean, it's just Jimmy Garvin. He's really susceptible to that jump off the top rope while pinning move.
Yeah, wonderful. Then of course,
Wildfire versus Bam Bam. The first thing I wrote down was, if Wildfire wins with a Fez press, I'm smashing my TV.
Right? Yeah, no, that wasn't gonna happen.
No, that's not what happened. Ugh. That's not what happens. What happens instead is attempted murder.
Yeah.
Bam Bam attempts to just choke the life out of Wildfire Tommy Rich. He tries to douse that flame, if you will, and gets disqualified. And to me, Bam Bam was kind of going like Bruiser Brody-esque at the end. Like he was like making noises in the ring and kind of stomping around, very angry. So I was getting Bruiser Brody vibes from kind of Bam Bam's new persona for himself.
Yeah, I wonder if that was maybe what they were thinking of doing going forward. Obviously, he is not long for WCW as usual. I feel like every time Bam Bam shows up, it's like, fuck, is this going to be 3 months?
Bam Bam is never long for this one.
No.
And that is always one of the saddest things.
Yeah, Tommy was great.
El Gigante gets an interview, which is just a thing that happens.
You'll love what I wrote down about this. It's like if
Please.
Chewbacca had a conversation with R2-D2. That's the difference in height for me. Gary Michael Capetta.
Yes. And here, right, it's like the guy in the ring. Who's it? Who's the ring announcer? Or the interviewer?
Gary Michael Capetta.
And he's just like making up shit. He doesn't speak Spanish, right? He's just going, Nelly Gigante says, it is a great pleasure to be here today in the most wonderful estate. Like,
actually, let me actually blow your mind here. He
Hit me.
actually was a school teacher, and I believe he taught Spanish. So no, he does
Okay.
speak Spanish somehow. Yeah, but it just sucked. I'll be honest. He tried. El Gigante has literally, I've never seen someone have more negative charisma than this man. Like, fuck, dude.
Oh, and I want to make sure we covered it before. We were talking about the surprises in that one episode, and the surprise ended up being JYD.
Yes.
Who we saw at the previous pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was thought of as a surprise. We literally just saw you like 2 days ago.
Oh, buddy.
How was that the surprise? Because really, I'm like, no, it's not JYD. I mean, they brought in Mr. Wrestling 2, who we had not known. That was a surprise. I think Paul Orndorff was technically a surprise. JYD was the only one who wasn't a surprise. And they're like, he's a surprise.
Oli, come on, brother. You were on one that night. This next match,
Okay.
Why? I didn't write anything.
Okay. Yeah, so it's SST versus Captain Mike and Z-Man. So apparently now Z-Man and Pillman are like not a tag team. And we're just like, we're going to stick Captain Mike with Z-Man. See if those two charisma vacuum can work together.
Right.
They switched Z-Man for Mike at the end.
Yeah.
Z-Man's leading man in the ring. Mike Rotunda rolls in, and then you see one of the Samoans kind of get a surprised look on his face and gets rolled up for a pin because of Corey.
Terrible. Wasn't good.
Small package. No.
Mean Mark and Flying Brian. This was fun with hindsight goggles on, you know. Knowing what both guys will be is neat. Without that, this is just a match. You know, it's okay. It's clearly to get Mark over. And poor Flying Brian is back to just irrelevancy because I don't know why. Paulie's great on the outside. You know, that's what I mean. I love this package, but there's not enough meat on the bone yet. It's kind of like, okay, you're just heels. I think really quite literally it's Oli going, hey, so you're going to do the Gary Hart spoiler thing. And they went, okay. And they just did that. You know, it isn't much else. But yeah, poor Flying Brian, man. He deserves so much goddamn better.
Midnight Search Rock and Roll.
Yes.
But one tidbit I picked up from this match
Yeah.
is that Sweet Stan was friends with Vanna White when they both lived near each other in South Carolina.
That's true, actually.
I'm sure in the same way Boomer Esiason and Brian Pillman are friends.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm sure
it's
Stan has shared a bottle of baby oil with Vanna.
Nice.
Yeah.
U.S. tag match. The Midnights get disqualified because Stan Lane stops the hand coming down for 3.
So bad.
And again, it's that weird thing in the tag team matches where there is the better alternative of break up a pin because he's just standing there, or hold the referee's hand to get disqualified, and they pick the disqualification part. It's just so
Really stupid.
weird.
It was a great match. Great. I'm talking fantastic great. One of their better
Of course.
affairs and one of the worst finishes I can remember in a long time. So there you go, folks. Again, it's like WCW can't get out of that old territory mentality of we can't give them a finish on TV. It's like, but yeah, you do, and you better real soon because people are tuning out of wrestling.
I have a sneaking suspicion when we get to the pay-per-view, we're also not going to get definitive answers on shit because
I don't.
this is what happens in every single fucking show.
Yeah, well, yeah. We got to fucking finish here, though, buddy. Barry Windham and Doug Furnace. And really what I got out of this match was this is Barry Windham going, I'm going to work like Flair does with big guys. Because that's all this is Barry playing Ric Flair against a big guy. And you know what? It really worked. It was good. Doug Furnace is fucking great here, beating the shit out of everybody. He's taking sickening bumps. He takes a bump off a clothesline that's like insane. It looks like Mercedes Moné taking a fucking neck bump. It's like, whoa, okay, that's neat. Barry's got to hold on to the ropes to get the win, of course. Can't be clean, but you know what?
No,
We got a 1, 2, 3 somewhere.
Yeah. You know those feet on the rope, they're a huge help. So
Yeah.
So Barry wins that one, feet on the rope for the pin. Yeah, it's a good match. I mean, yeah. Tough one so far. Midnight's in rock and roll. We'll give him that.
Oh, sure. Here we go.
Sid versus Lex. Let's go with this barn burner.
Dude, I was so annoyed, so confused, and just like, on what planet does what happens here make any fucking sense? You got Sid coming out. He's looking fucking like more jacked than ever. He's ready to go. We haven't seen Sid in forever wrestle, you know. And out comes Lex. He's looking great again. You're like, all right, this is going to be a decent little big man match. Ole starts getting beat up. Sid just stands there. Then Ole distracts Sid. Lex hits the lariat 1, 2, 3 in like fucking 15 seconds. I've never seen a bigger waste of time in my life. What was the point?
The entrances shouldn't be longer than the match.
Yeah.
I'm old school. That's one of my basic rules of life. It was just so... I mean, because that was one thing last time. We're like, ooh, this looks great. And I know if we notice the time or not. But it's like, it's something to be excited for. And it's like, over in 26 seconds.
Yep.
With one clothesline.
So bad. It wasn't even like a good clothesline either. It didn't look like it would like kill anybody. It was bad, man. I don't know what the deal is there. It really feels like Sid wasn't ready or something. And they just booked this, you know, in WCW style with a guy that's still hurt or something. But it was fucking horrible. Doom and Steiner's wasn't horrible, but I feel like we've seen this so much that it's hard for me to get really excited about it. We've seen every shitty finish. We're not getting any gimmick matches either to make this interesting. It's just, here's a regular match. We're doing another tag match. It might be better than some of the others, but like it's not. It is what it is.
What was the finish? I just have WTF Doom wins.
So it was really weird. It was all 4 men hit a move, double pin, but the Doom guy was the legal man. Whoa. Which I didn't hate the finish. I didn't. In fact, I think they should bring it back for modern wrestling. I think that would work, especially with like a FTR finish or something, you know, like really get people pissed off. Here, though, we've seen so many wacky finishes and bullshit that we're just like, great, next.
Give me 1, maybe 2 of these weird pin situations, and these guys are doing like 75% is weird pins, and the other 25% is DQs.
Yeah.
That's all we get.
JYD promo.
I got nothing. Hit me.
Nothing.
I
said it's honestly more sad than anything. This dude a decade prior was a top star in all the country. Here he seems like a shell. That's it. And it's sad. And then we
again.
Yeah.
Is people just... Okay, if we look at who challenges for the world title, TV title, and US title. We have JYD, who was not here last pay-per-view. We have Paul not challenging. Paul Orndorff not challenging for the TV title.
Right.
He wasn't here more than the last pay-per-view. And then we have Sid going against Lex, and I don't know, Sid's probably had... I don't think he's had a singles match since he's been back.
No.
So it's just kind of these weird people in these title matches who like did not earn them at all.
Not at all. No. But I loved this Orndorff-Anderson match. This was great stuff. This is like, okay, this is like 2 of the best workers of the 80s going at it. My only unfortunate thing, and I'm not even dogging on the guy, it's so clear that Orndorff's neck just fucked him up, man. And I think he ends up bouncing back and looking better, but you see the atrophied arm. It's so obvious, and it's not as sad as JYD by any means. He's a great fucking worker, and he's so good that at one point I finally just kind of like didn't notice it. But man, it's jarring when you think about like Orndorff in '86 WWF. You're like, that's Orndorff, right? Well, I mean, he got fucked up and he really never recovered fully, but he had a fucking great match with Arn here. This was great. All the fixins of just like really good spots, but there's reason to things. And it's a little more slowed down than a lot of other matches. But when they snap off a spot, it's fucking dynamic. And you're like, whoa, these guys are super athletes. It's great. And then, I mean, another one. For once, we actually got a finish. Orndorff gets a roll up. He uses Arn's momentum on his roll up. 1, 2, 3. It's like, that's how you debut a guy, though.
Yeah, it's kind of the rollover small package. Yeah. The great thing is Paul Orndorff did play college ball at the University of Tampa, so now JR has some stuff to talk about. Right. If you are a fan of Arn Anderson's ass, this is the match for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of ash.
Because during a backdrop, I think, Paul Orndorff basically pulls down Arn's tights to get a nice shot of Arn's cheeks.
There you go.
But yeah, overall, it's a good match. I like seeing Paul on my screen.
Yeah, me too.
It's good, and he delivers well. He's a great superhero.
And I mean, God, this is one of those things with Orndorff. It's like, oh, that he definitely is one of the best of all time. Even in this moment.
I mean, honestly, Paul versus Rick would have been a better match for me. I would have been so much more interesting.
Why didn't we get that? I hope we get that on TV or something going forward. Because man, that's a match we need to really. That makes me think: how many of those matches was there ever that occurred? I'll have to be in my little database later. Because man, that you just like.
That's fun. That's great. That's great.
On that, man.
Yeah.
And then, of course, what happens? Very WCW. Hey, Arn, you're going to go out there. You're a champion, but you're going to lose. Non-title. And then we're going to do a promo with your group after. And you get to stand in the back. And I wrote it like this. Shout outs to my wife, who's a big Fall Out Boy fan. He's looking as sad as Pete Wentz in 2003. He literally is so dejected in the background as Flair's like, I'm not sweating you, JYD. I'm the champ. I'm the man. And Arn's like, I just lost to a guy that has never wrestled in this company. So poor me. And then Owen's screaming. Barry's screaming. Barry like barely beat a fucking rookie earlier. This is great though. It is very heel shit. I'm like, okay, Ole, you did something right. This is pretty good.
Like it or don't like it.
And I don't like the main event because we went from that should have been the main event, that promo, to Ric Flair, 1990, mind you, defending the NWA World Heavyweight title against Junkyard motherfucking Dog.
A 6.5 minute title match.
And it was 6.5 minutes too long. By the way, not in like New Orleans where he's most famous, not even in Houston, not even in Little Rock. Like where he's known, not just Charleston, South Carolina. Like these people, they're kind of into it. They like know him from the Rock and Wrestling show, probably. You know what I mean? Like they don't care, and they don't. And there's no reason. Flair bumps his ass off though. He takes a bump at one point over the top off a shitty clothesline to the fucking ramp, and he looks like he just splattered all over the place. And I'm like, man. These are moments where you go, he is one of the greatest of all time, though. We can shit on him. We can laugh at him shitting in bars all over Tampa. And it is funny, and he deserves karma. However, he's fucking great, man.
He's trying his best here.
Oh, my
JYD, I just said JYD's offense is very punch-based.
I said this is putting the Flair can wrestle a broomstick theory to the test, and I think he passed.
Yeah. I mean, I think 75% of JYD's offense is punches. It was so weird. Like, I don't think he beat the world champion by just punching him.
I think he took 2 bumps, too.
There's a chair shot, really nice chair shot on JYD. Clean to the skull, but he's black, so he has a hard skull. That's the good thing. Because that's not at all racist. Yeah. But JYD doesn't even notice the chair shot. And then After 6.5 minutes, Ole's like, enough of this shit.
Yep.
And hops in to interfere and end the match.
And then, they're whooping that ass, and we hear the ladies and the children losing their shit. It's because the cavalry's here, folks, and the
superheroes.
The superheroes.
The superheroes.
Sting in the most extra bicycle shorts you've ever seen, along with Paul Orndorff, and now Luger. And I do like that. That's good booking, where like Luger was sort of the X factor to run them off. Like before, it was a tougher fight. JYD was like, oh, well, he had a hot streak, but now he's a little bitch again. Luger, and they're like, holy shit, Luger's here. Luger, Sting, and Orndorff. And I'm like, you want to talk about like dream trios right there. That would have been a fun little situation. Everyone in their prime. Fuck yeah. Rocky King's there for some reason. And then yet again,
No way.
El Gigante is there to stand around more. Again, that's it. And then Sting cuts a promo. He says, I want no interference. Everyone on the outside looking at each other like the neutral zone in Korea, I guess, is how I took it. I was like, what are you talking about? I want no interference. I want everyone around the ring. Okay. Do you not see the problem with that theory? But hey, it's WCW.
What I like about this interview, JR is interviewing Sting, and Sting's wearing a Lex shirt.
Yes.
And I just thought that was so sweet.
Yeah.
He's wearing his buddy's shirt. I guess that's real friendship. You never wear your JIMDB shirt that I sent you. But here Sting is wearing his Lex shirt. And also, now that Lex is a face again, it's the return of Rossi.
Yes.
We're calling Jim Rum Rossi again during this cycle. So I mean,
Love it.
It warms my heart a little bit. So we have this interview with JR.
Yeah.
Sting comes out and says, now it's my turn for the title. And I know this is going to shock you. But yeah, he says when he has Flair, it's going to be a situation where nobody can interfere. And I think the good thing is that we've never been robbed of that promise before, because I have no memory at all and cannot remember the last pay-per-view we watched. So nobody can interfere, so it'll be a straight-up match. We'll get a winner. I love how they have this attack at the end, and it's Sting beating the shit out of Ric Flair in the ring, and they're like, call the hotline to find out what happens after. They are such pimps. They are such pimps for that hotline. And you see, they keep the cameras on, and at the end you see Sting, you see Flair begging in the middle of the ring to Sting. And they're like, call this hotline, find out what happened. And again, I will give a hand job if anybody has the wrestling hotline from this evening, because I'd love to hear what they say to people.
Me too, man.
The hand job will be with my left hand, so it'll take longer.
There you go. Yeah, no, this was fucking tremendous. Fucking just pandering bullshit. But I love a good just shit's still going on. We're off the air. Like, I love it. I fucking love that shit. I like that the credits are rolling as Flair's taking bumps. It's like, this is tremendous, man. It's so Mid-South. It's like, fuck yeah. We're in the sweet spot. Unfortunately, that doesn't last. The good ideas get dried up quick. But it is what it is. Let's fucking pull this up. So we're doing what we do every week. This
next one. Okay, we're going a month into the future.
Yes.
And so much fucking changes.
Yes.
It's if you look at the first 4 matches, 3 of them have all new competitors in it.
Yeah.
Not all new, but kind of as a return even. It's fucking funny.
I mean, we got some good shit coming, man. Buddy Landell against Flying Brian. Iron Sheik and Mike Rotunda. That's not good shit. Doug Furnace, Dutch Mantel will probably actually be fairly good. Tommy Rich and a very, very not good Harley Race. So that'll be a rough one there.
This would be after Harley's time in WWF?
Yes, and he's had the abdominal injury that just never was right again.
He was old as fuck when he was in WWF. So
yeah. Midnight's defending those U.S. tag titles against the Southern Boys. That will be a great match. That's one of the ones I know for a fact people always put.
High rating score.
Zeman gets sacrificed to Big Van Vader. So I am really into that. Another barn burner here, legitimately. Freebird Steiners again. That'll be great. And And the greatness ends quickly. We've got a 6-man Orndorff, JYD, and motherfucking El Gigante against Arn, Barry, and Sid. I don't think there's enough in that match, including Arn, to make him look good. And then this one might actually... I know I've seen this match before, and I don't remember hating it. U.S. title match. Luger magically is the U.S. champion again, even though he hasn't had the belt. No one's mentioned it. He's defending against Mean Mark. Fun little situation there. He's going to throw a huge guy around. This is going to be fantastic. Doom defending the World Tag Titles against the Rock and Roll Express. Holy shit. I think they're going to pull out a pretty good match here. Can't imagine how not. And of course, the main event we've been waiting for since fucking February. Ric Flair putting his belt on the line against Sting in Baltimore. We're here. We're on to finally. We're on the cusp of the Sting era beginning fully, truly in WCW, because this is it. You know, from here on out, he's a top guy. So, man, that was rough though. A lot of that shit sucked. JYD on top. Never want to see that again.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm looking at after, holy shit. After we do this bash, the next event is September 5th.
Yeah. Terrible.
Oh, these motherfuckers. Oh, these motherfuckers. God damn you people.
Bad. I know, man. So there you go, folks. That's what we have here. Light on the shows, light on the show. We're not even in an hour, so real concise for you this week. Next week will probably be much longer because, I mean, it's Great American Bash. We've got like everything ever occurs. Obviously, I know, spoiler from 35 years ago. I have a new world champion at the end of that show, too. Might be a crowning of a top guy, one of the greatest of all time, Sting. And it's fun, man. It's fun to see this build to Sting, because you'd think like, man, anyone else that got this like anointment, right, would have fucking failed. This is the most piecemeal way to give a guy a title I've ever seen. They're just holding on by fucking duct tape by the end of fucking Great American Bash. Like, Flair has wrestled every fucking guy that's half a fucking babyface. And, you know, also credit to Flair, and Sting has corroborated it, and a lot of other people have too. Flair's shoot was like, dude, I'm holding on to this thing till you're ready to get it from me. And he did that. And that's really fucking rare in wrestling, for a guy to give someone their word and like really follow through. I mean, there were a lot of incentives for him to drop that belt to Luger, and they tried like 4 times to Jim Herd try. But he wouldn't do it. And you know what? Fucking goddamn Flair was right. Because his whole thing was, it's nothing against Lex, but Sting is the star of your future. And good for us, man, because I don't know if I'd be a wrestling fan without Sting on top. I'll be honest. So really, really good shit. A whole lot of bad, but, you know, that's kind of what this show's about, is loving shit and then 2 seconds later, hating it. So, yeah,
pretty much.
I don't know if you have any other little nuggets of wisdom from this watch, but I'm fucking tuckered out, buddy.
No, it was yeah, it just felt like slapping different finishes on matches and recycling it. And
yeah,
Stan Hansen, even though I don't think Stan's on the next card, so I'm a little scared already. But
yeah,
did I miss it? Was he there?
No, I don't think he's
there.
there.
Yeah, so that's already making me a little worried.
I know he's not gone yet, though, because he does work Luger at one point, and I think Sting. And he's not there long, though, unfortunately. So we don't have Stan around too much for WCW. And that's also because All Japan right now is fucking white hot, or at least about to be white hot with the 4 pillars. So, anywho, we got some good shit coming. And as always, Jim is the JIMDB everywhere. That's cool. I am Troubles Wrestling Pod on Threads and Instagram. I'm Troubles Weekly everywhere else. And until next time, don't fear El Gigante. Just be happy that he happened.